You know, we did start kind of a new show called Homeroom with myself and LOI. Yeah. So that's been
and that drops during the week.
Yeah, that drops during the week. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it. That show, I mainly want to focus on YouTube topics. Like,
oh, okay.
Like, that's what I've noticed I can get the numbers boosted the most off
YouTube topics.
Yeah, like
stuff that
people on YouTube are talking about. So it's like it's a little bit harder to have that show. I feel like sometimes because we're not all on the same YouTube, like in terms of the conversations that are happening and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like there's no jumper YouTube. There's debate YouTube. There's the Hassan Campbell YouTube. There's the Joe Rogan.
Okay, I see what you mean.
There's the Joe Rogan YouTube. There's the Destiny YouTube.
Like all algorithms aren't equal. Like
there's like so many like almost millions of different avenues on YouTube. That's one of the biggest issues with
the
YouTube in general. Oh yeah, that too. But I mean, just like in general with YouTube itself, like YouTube is like television with like 5 billion channels. And it's hard for everybody to get it. Oh, you haven't seen this? You haven't seen that? It's like, well, you're on one part of YouTube.
Exactly.
You're on another part of YouTube. I'm on the movie critics and stuff part of YouTube, and you know, like everybody is so like segregated, like content segregation.
For sure.
So it's like all of us. It's kind of hard to get on the same page.
Yeah, it's hard for all of us to get on the same because literally all of us are looking at a different timeline when we go home.
Segregation, I like that. Sorry.
What I say? Oh, content segregation. I'm like, if we all like had our laptops here and press like YouTube and our homepage, it would be completely different. It would be like we're in different countries or something.
Right.
So that's why it's a bit difficult. But you can get it done, I'm sure.
Yeah, we can get it done. I know with the 3 Oak podcast, that's like 5 people. That's damn near impossible to get it all. You know what I'm saying? But with LOI, we're kind of in the same the same YouTube a little bit. So we're able to. Like
it's like streamlined.
Yeah, we're able to streamline it a lot simpler and pick up on something because they're still seeing stuff that I might not see and vice versa. So when I send it to them, they're able to go through. We're able to go through, do the research on it, so that we can come through. And based off what I'm seeing from the numbers, I mean that's what's able to get the numbers up the highest too. You know what I mean? Like we're able to get into that algorithm.
Well, remember, it depends on the. You know, you always have to figure out who is your main audience. You know, once you figure out, our main audience are the people who are into No Jumper, who are into Joe Budden and all that stuff. Then it's like, okay, well then focus on them. Because they're the ones who are going to bring the most.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's what that show is going to be specifically geared towards. Is focus. It's a more focused target.
Target demographic.
Yeah. It's a more focused audience demographic, target audience or demographic, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be called Homeroom.
Okay. Homeroom, man. I remember my homeroom.
Yeah, it's gonna be called Homeroom. So, because it's just like the meeting point for all the shows. On
I used to love Homeroom.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then I was even thinking like the chapters. Like the chapters on YouTube, you know, for topics, we can just call them periods.
Yeah.
Like we're in first period. All right, first period, we're going to cover this Aiden Ross.
Yeah.
Then there's ISS.
Absolutely.
So who we putting in ISS this week?
Yeah.
And then who we going to suspend this week?
Facts.
Who's in OSS?
Who's expelled?
Yeah, who's expelled? So it's easier. It's easy to shape topics around because there's a million and one. There's literally 1,000,001 school terms that we can use.
Yeah, that you can use for the theme.
And it's so easy to tie it to stuff. So
Facts.
Yeah, that'll be dope. And at first, cool. I think we were going to do bi-weekly. It's kind of hard to tell, honestly, because we were thinking about doing bi-weekly. But then at the same time, I could find something every week to talk about, too.
Because YouTube is always moving.
YouTube is moving so quick, you know what I mean?
And like you said, there's a lot of overlap between the YouTubes.
Yeah, it's a lot. So it's like, I don't know. It's a lot trying to commit to another show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another day a week.
Yeah. And then LOI, they're going to be doing their own show still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like they're coming today?
Yeah, they're still coming today to do their show.
Okay.
The LOI show. So it's like, we're talking about like 80 to 100 clips dropping a week. You know what I mean? Like the last homeroom episode we did, But this is one of the thing that I've noticed that's benefited, just like we were talking about it, targeting that audience, our audience more, is that think about this show that we've done for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
We're talking about general trending topics, right?
Yeah.
People don't care what our opinions are on this, really, at the end of the day. And they would have to like us for unless we have a good spin on it. I'm able to make the reels, make them in ways to where even the random person cares about our opinion on Kim Kardashian saying to work harder, things like that, So, but what I've noticed is when we go talk about those other topics, those people, there's a trickle back effect to the other shows. So it's like when I talk about something that you like and I do it well, and I satisfy your itch. If you like No Jumper, I'm also a No Jumper fan. I do a podcast that you're like, oh, this is a good podcast about No Jumper. Yeah, I'll fuck with them.
Let's see
check
what
out
else
what they
do.
do.
Talk about.
Yeah, let's see what else they talk about. Now, when you come over to the 3 Oak podcast, that show means more. Even though, this might not be the first time you've heard this topic, but I fuck with you, so I want to hear what you got to say about this.
Yeah,
now. So
and
it's
who knows? Maybe we might have a different perception on where we're talking about.
True, exactly.
We might have
even
a
if you
different
have heard
opinion
it
or
10
something.
times, you still might catch it, and then you're getting multiple perspectives on this show, especially just the amount of people that are on it. You know what I mean? So
facts, and that's when you think about how we all move already. That's how we do it anyway. Because I go listen to 5 different pods on one topic because
right,
I like
exactly.
I like
true.
what they
Yeah,
all
that's
say.
fact.
too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely listening to 5 opinions on one thing anyway.
Anyway,
So you're getting 5 on one show. You know what I mean? So, I've noticed that's also helped as well too, boost. Because after we did the No Jumper one, the collapse of No Jumper, the very next 3 Oak podcast episode had 200 plays for the whole episode. Yeah, it was up.
Yeah.
So all the weekly show numbers have been we've been super inflating the homeroom show on YouTube, but it's been increasing our weekly shows.
Everything else.
So the trickle back is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So. It's dope as hell. So
the tide rises all ships.
Right, yeah, and it's I'm excited too because it's just feel like which one of these damn clips is gonna what's gonna give me my 100,000 views?
It's a waiting game now.
It's a waiting game. Every
looking
week
around
I'm catching one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm figuring out how to title one to get it in the algorithm to get a couple thousand views.
Yeah.
Which one are y'all gonna give me the 50,000 views on, the 100,000 views on? It's about to just send this bitch over the edge. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it depends on what we're talking about? Let's say if some big.
I think it depends on what we're talking about
hip hop culture, maybe.
And how good the content is too. Not just what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I would say 50% of it is titling, setting up the YouTube video. So the title being right, the description filled out, the tags being good, just the logistics of uploading and all that.
Yeah.
That's 50% of the battle. The other 50, because if you've gotten that part right, then that'll enter you into the algorithm. Now you'll start getting hundreds to thousands of views. But the other 50% is the quality of the content.
Yeah.
So it's so now I feel like it's just a waiting game. You know what I mean? Because I figured out how to get into the algorithm.
It's like a perfect storm. Because like I said, this podcasting in general, it's sort of you can't micromanage the content part that you're talking about.
Right.
Those are miracle moments.
Yeah, right.
It's you can't write that.
Yeah,
it's just it's just the perfect way of us having the conversation, and we're humor somehow just bursts out of it naturally.
Yeah, right. Everything just works perfectly. It's because everybody got the same topics, but
somebody has a controversial take or something.
How we get to them, how we get to the topics, and even if I have an idea, we still don't understand how we're gonna get to the finish line.
Yeah, it's like a comedian going on stage with no material.
Right.
And kind of just figuring it out on stage.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what podcasting is.
And all you got is bullet points. And that's
you got bullet points,
you got
but
the bullet points. That's it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited too because I'm I really want to get that one video that hits 50 to 100,000 views before the summer.
That's not impossible. I don't think that's impossible.
Yeah, I don't think so either because, I mean, 2 weeks ago, the Gina Views one hit 7K. I mean, we hit 7K on that video. Last week, I put a video out 3 days ago. That's at 3K. That's at 2.9K right now. So it's like